Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the readings for the air signs, and our reading is for the lovely sign of Gemini. Alright, Gemini. We're going to use the Universal Celtic Tarot for your reading. Please keep in mind that these readings are only general, so it may not be your reading today. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Somebody's buying a new house here. I feel like somebody's buying the house of their dreams. I feel so much excitement here. And I think it's been a real struggle for you to get to this point. It's beautiful energy. It's so much happiness, but such a struggle to get there. All right, let's have a look at what's going on. Okay, so we have the Hierophant coming out. The Hierophant is a card that represents traditional things. It can be, it's the High Priest. He's more of the religious side of tradition, or traditional side of religion. Maybe that would be better to say. So this is a person here who represents large organizations, governments, big institutions, but a lot to do with the church and traditional ways of being or doing. Sometimes it means that we are looking, towards marriage, for example, because marriage is much more traditional than living with someone is. So it sort of can be that energy here. Somebody is coming in here to make some sort of an offer. I always laugh at this because it looks like his horse is really stoned. There's sort of this energy, unless he's just really tired, but he's like... So this Knight of Wands is coming in with a passionate offer for you, and I feel like it may be something to do with long-term commitment. When this card comes up like this, that's an offer of marriage coming through right there. The Three of Swords is here though. There's some of pain associated with this because we have the Nine of Wands and Three of Swords. So maybe this person has been very difficult to deal with. Maybe you've had a relationship of something going round and round, and now this person wants to offer marriage or commitment. The Seven of Swords says to me there is some sort of energy of distrust here, and you're taking time out here to make a decision. Absolutely, with the Page of Wands, justice, rightio. Somebody looks like they have been... It's almost like, it reminds me of the cat and mouse thing. You know, when a cat catches a mouse and it will play with it for ages. It plays with it. Killer whales do that with seals too. They don't necessarily eat them straight away. They like to play with their food. But it's quite cruel the way they play with their food. And they can do that for a really long time. I feel like you've been dealing with somebody here who's always kept you wanting, waiting for something to happen. And I feel like you've been doing that. I feel like you've been waiting faithfully, waiting for this person to offer you what you really wanted. And maybe it's got to a point now with those cards there that you don't trust that this person's ever going to give you what you need because you're choosing to move on. So it's sort of about letting go of something and moving forward. But I feel like this person is then realizing that they will not get what they want. So they're coming in with a huge offer. And I feel like this is landing in your lap. And I feel like they're not going half measures. They want to go the whole hog. So this is a person... Firstly, that could have been breadcrumbing you for a long time, but you've been accepting that. Or this person's been going backwards and forwards for a long time, maybe not committing, maybe only offering you just enough to keep you interested. Whatever it is here, this has been going on for a long time by the energy in the cards. And I feel like you've had enough, you're hurt, you're not really sure where it's going. I feel like you don't trust this person's going to come to you anymore. There's very much this energy of it's not going to happen. And I feel like it is. But are you going to choose it now it's here? That would be the big question. All right, so the star tells me that you actually have a deep belief that you and this person are meant to be together. The star talks about faith and trust, and I feel like you've had an abundance of faith and trust with this person. I feel like for some of you this may have been going on for a very long time. This person's been less than giving here, that you've only ever got just enough to keep you interested. And I feel like somehow or another you've hung on to this person believing they were your fate. They were your fate, your destiny. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do. Just hold on a moment. Let's get it in the right place. All right, not going, so I'll have to do it later. All right, what else do we have? We have the Page of Swords. There's some sort of truth coming through here. Five of Pentacles tells me you feel like they left you out in the cold. Eight of Swords tells me you've been in your head a lot. All right, so I have to say maybe you haven't been in a relationship with this person. Maybe they've just been keeping you on the outskirts for a really long time. I still feel it's like a cat playing with its food. It's like it wants to eat you. It wants to have you for dinner. But in the meantime, it's just been playing with you. And that's really the energy I'm getting through here. But I feel like for some of you here with this Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, it's like you may not even be with this person. You may not even be in a situation with this person. But you believe that they are your person. So what are you doing here? Because it's like you're allowing them to just sort of have you on hold. Are you this person's backup choice? Are you this person's place to land if something doesn't work out? Because it feels like to me that this person has been really breadcrumbing you. Really breadcrumbing you. All right, let's have a look where we're going. All right, so we have the Empress coming through. The Queen of Swords, that's you, Gemini, and the Two of Swords. You have some sort of decision you have to make here. The Empress card tells me you may have started to understand your value. Maybe you have given up on this because you're realizing this person doesn't love you in a way you should be loved. The Empress here says to me that you are really seeing your own value. So you may have been doing a lot of investment in yourself here, which is beautiful. It's the way it should be. So I feel really strongly with the Queen of Swords, you're ready to cut something off. You're just making this decision here with the Two of Swords to be able to set something free. I don't feel you want to stay in your head any longer. I feel like this has caused you too much sadness because of this Five of Pentacles energy. I feel like you're ready to let go here. Okay, so we have the Magician coming through. The Ten of Wands. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's always the way, isn't it? When you choose to move on, you've had enough and you choose to let go, all of a sudden people realize that your energy's gone and they come back in. I guess this is why we tell people so often to let go of a connection. Because the first thing we do when we're hurting and we lose someone or we can't get them to see our value is we try to sell ourselves in every possible way. And we become very desperate and needy, trying to get this person to understand our value. But what I see happening here with this Wheel of Fortune is something the universe is doing here because the Magician is here. So it's almost like everything is set to move in motion. These are all major arcanas here. So we have the Star, the Empress, the Magician, and the Wheel. Something is about to turn in your favor here. Something that you didn't expect to see. And I feel like it's come as a result of you letting the energy go. And if only you'd have realized that in the first place, maybe you would have had action a long time ago. But it's like you've been trying to prove your value to this person, or you've been allowing them to treat you in this way, where you're only getting little hopes and little things happening rather than getting your dream, your wish. But it feels like to me that they are now going to return to offer you something great. Now you've shut the door on it. But that also makes me question, is that now going to be an option for you with this Two of Swords? Because you have got the Ten of Wands here. So I'm not really sure, especially with this Queen of Swords, that you are willing now to move forward with this person. I feel like they've exhausted everything here. You've given up. You're just not investing in this anymore. To me, it looks like you're investing in yourself. You're choosing you. But the Wheel of Fortune tells me that there is something that you've learned from this, or something you're going to learn from this situation. That is what the real secret is here. There's some sort of energy here that you're going to learn from what has happened. Will you take this person back? We'll have a little look and see what the universe is telling us here. Wow, that's really awkward that way that camera is. All right, so we have the Hierophant coming. I feel like somebody's coming in now to offer you a relationship. Your person could have been in another situation and been promising you they would leave, or you've been waiting for them to decide to come to you, but they still haven't left. Whatever it is, you've had yourself on some sort of cycle here, and the cycle has created a lot of pain. I don't feel like you're trusting this situation anymore. I feel like you're investing in yourself. I feel like some sort of message is coming through here as part of the energy of karma. So something is now being offered to you after you've given up on it. I feel like you have the choice now of which direction to go in. Okay, this person is coming in with the truth. Whatever it is, this person's kept you wanting, waiting, wishing, with no results. I feel like you've put a lot of energy in here, and this person may have, because we have that energy of victim mentality, the energy of feeling left out in the cold. So you've been feeling very sorry for yourself, but you haven't given up hope on this person. But the very thing you needed to do was invest in you and move away, and that seems to be what's bringing them in. The thing is, now I see this energy of you making some sort of decision here, I feel like, to close out the cycle. So maybe you don't feel like you can invest in them anymore. Maybe you don't feel like you have the love left to give. So the Wheel of Fortune tells me that something is happening to change here. We have the Three of Pentacles. You have a soul contract with this person. The Five of Wands, but you're still tossing up. The Hanged Man. You may choose to take time out. The Devil card is here too. Wow. Six of Pentacles. You're wondering if this person's worth investing anymore. You may be dealing with somebody who's very, very focused on what they want. And I feel like you're questioning here whether to still invest or not. But I do see you taking time out to sort of clear your head and make a decision. You have a very strong soul tie with this person. So there's some sort of lesson that needed to be learned here. And I really feel here, especially with this Six of Pentacles, it's around you realizing your own value. You may have dealt with a lot of stuff from your childhood here as well, while you've been waiting, trying to become the best possible version of yourself. But here it seems to me that you may choose to walk away from this situation because you cannot see the value anymore. It's like you've completely lost the energy of this thing you were attached to. And you may have been attached to this person with the Devil energy. And maybe it's been the attachment that you've been trying to understand. All right, we're going to read a card from the Journey of Love Oracle. Nope, that one wants to come out. No, I'm not going to take that because there's two. All right, let's pull one at random, Spirit. Okay, we have beauty. Yeah, you've seen the beauty within yourself here. I love it. Okay, card 58. To celebrate the divine feminine is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty and abundant creativity. You are a vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. It is the radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You are being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more of the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. You are in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance, your body, and your sexuality, finding purity in all of yourself and become ready to share that with others in a deeper and more open way, without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with what you are. Then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame, but the love necessarily for the shame of the world to heal. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception taking place within you, an ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you've ever done before, quite simply because you have grown and there is more divinity awakened in your heart than you've ever known. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You are an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. The poem here says, how many times I've looked in your eyes and sailed away beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. You may never know this place, and someday when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. Beautiful energy. Thanks, Gemini.